Hello everyone, and welcome back. We are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Sorry for running so late, but I was watching the Nintendo Direct, and then I was talking with a friend about it for a bit, so... And then I had a few other things to do as well. But here I am now, and... we are still in the middle of solving the case of Detective Goodman's murder. Which... yeah, we're currently in the middle of... I forgot what I was supposed to do now. That's why I didn't want to stop in the middle of the investigation. But... let's see, where do I need to go now? I guess I'll just go around and see. Okay, don't need to talk to her. You're supposed to find something to make Gumshoe let you into Gant's office. Oh, that's right. Thanks. So, yeah, I gotta go back and talk to Gumshoe some more then. Such as the proof that Gumshoe's the killer. Yeah, I know. You're not gonna let that go. Okay, Criminal Affairs Department. Now, let's see. Although, I think we determined I might not have it yet. So yeah, let me look around some more. Well, you presented just about everything you had. Yeah, but there's nowhere new to go either. And I can't even get help from Emma this time. Did you actually look around Edgeworth's office? No, but I was able to continue the story without doing that, I thought, so I don't know if that was necessary, but I'll see. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'd already forgotten about this. I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
You know Edgeworth's still here, right? Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there!
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey, Edgeworth! Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's fallen to the ground! Oh, Phoenix, we're not getting anywhere. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. Yeah... yeah, like I said, I'd just forgotten about him dropping the thing. Or throwing it. Yeah, it was obvious this wasn't gonna work. Nice try, Emma. He didn't even look.
What? Letter of
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. Oh, I'm sure she read it just fine. She's just in shock. It says letter of resignation. What? Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright! Please, you have to do something!
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Edgeworth's... gosh dang it. Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. Why did he discard it if he's serious? What's going on here? Oh. They say where there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, I was so caught up in the smoke, I lost sight of the truth. Edgeworth. The others are right. I have no right to serve as a prosecutor.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you're only doing your job!
I've always made my own decisions about what I can and cannot do. That hasn't changed. forgiving myself is something I cannot do. Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something!
This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Oh, right, I guess I need to go show it to Gumshoe now. Yeah, I'm not gonna show it to her. She'd get too much satisfaction from it, probably. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective?
That's it. I made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out.
They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, Detective. Thank you. Okay! Finally! We can go check out Mr. Gant's office. Let's see. Move to the Chief's office with the overly extravagant organ. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Click.
Beep.
What, does that organ automatically play when someone enters the room?
We're in! If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Eek!
Gah! Not sure that was necessary, Emma, but okay.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID card crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Phoenix, maybe he wanted it back. Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really too want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. And leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? I wonder if he remembers that $50 I borrowed 2 years ago. Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Will you just spit it out? Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy! What is it? If someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. So sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? Truthfully? Yeah, he's about the only suspect we have left now. Problem is, I don't know how the heck I would... If he is responsible, I don't know how the heck I would pin this on him.
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
I don't know what Phoenix thinks of him. Chief Gant. So let's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Let's take a look around. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. Gumshoe? Is there something you need to tell us? This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making detective, I always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
So long as it doesn't go crash into that window when he gets fired. Phoenix, please.
Don't say that!
Okay, nothing there. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
Aw, come on, I want to see it close up. Fine. This was taken on that day Oh, Emma, sorry.
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Doc. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Are we really not gonna point out? Oy, fine. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of the partnership. They're what the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. Yikes.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the Chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Are you sure? Let's see, let's look over here. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That wood is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
Okay. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Are you freaking serious? I was just thinking about that, but I was joking. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date. It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Oh, boy. Are you serious? First off, I had a feeling it was probably his number. But to use that for his safe combination! Okay. Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? It wasn't. 77's the final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777777, that ID number? 17 short, but yes. I think you're 17 shy this time. This could only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
I do, actually. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Gumshoe, that... first off, why? Second, that's not important right now.
Look, it's,
A shard from a broken cup. Not a cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
there's something else in here, too.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth and it has a handprint on it.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey! I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. I think the chief made up the design.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Well, I know what to show him in regards to the broken piece of cup. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe?
Yes, that one! That was in the safe.
And the bells went off. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, let's why do you mean leave it for now? Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, it was already in the right way. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly had a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But...
Hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. What now? Different how?
There's a reddish line on it.
Actually, well, forget it. A reddish line. That's blood! I don't get it! Why would Chief Gant hide this in a safe? Unstable jar, evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Well, no, Phoenix, that's tomato sauce. Oh, welcome to the stream. How you doing? What do I call you? Calm or chill, lol. Okay, calm sounds good. So, how you doing tonight? Blood traces, I wonder. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's gonna let me do that. Also, your name looks familiar. Haven't I seen you in the Kingdom Hearts stream? You probably have. I wouldn't be surprised if you have at some point. Now, am I gonna be able to use this on the jar or not? See, how am I gonna use it on the jar? Because obviously... Well, no, we don't need to. We can clearly see it. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I feel a lot better now that this jar is complete. I'm keeping swell, thanks for asking you. Yep, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I usually play Japanese RPGs, but we're changing things up a bit with Phoenix Wright this time. Though I'll probably be changing back once Persona 5 Strikers comes out.
But it only raises one other question. What was a piece of it doing in the chief's safe?
More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for, anyway? I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this. Okay, is there anything I talked to him about? No? Do we examine this? No? Okay, darn, I was hoping to get Gumshoe. If you need money from the chief, just ask to borrow $50. Yeah, if he finds out we weren't in here, I don't think he's gonna be getting any money from him. Yeah, I was hoping I could analyze the picture again, but I guess not. And I think I've checked everything else in here. Oh, well, no, I haven't. Let's see.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, so...
Hey, look at the case name!
Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. The list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. Yeah. I remember him saying that earlier. What would the other half of the list be doing here? Oh.
I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case!
It would appear so. Evidence list. List of evidence in the SL9 incident. Was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. I want to take a look at it. Okay. So we can't actually read it. Well, that sucks. Actually, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, I can't check anything on it. Darn it. I guess maybe we have to take it to Miles.
Wow, look at the...
Yeah, okay, I already read this. Yeah, but I can't. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First a pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even
if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut out! You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here...
At first, the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window.
Really? Why didn't he?
They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh.
Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Okay, so that's everything in here, right? I'm kind of wondering if we need to take it back to Edgeworth. This half of the list. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright! Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in advance.
Fine. What am I supposed to do with this thing, then? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Why wasn't that? Oh, fine. Well, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, because I've looked everywhere. And I can't actually do anything with... Wait a minute. Oh, hello! Wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. Okay. Forget it. So, how was I supposed to check on that piece of leather we got, actually? So let me go back to the chief's office. I guess not. I'm pretty sure I looked at everything else. Oh, right, really? I have to look at the floor?
This mark looks like some kind of flower.
Well, it is. It's signed after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too? The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system.
Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful.
But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit.
So, sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
I guess everyone just kinda lets it slide. Yeah, we don't know that he doesn't wear it like inside his clothing or something. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Yeah, I don't know either. Oh well. No, there's nothing I'm missing. Right? Because I think I've checked everything. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to... Fine, let's try this. Nope. Can't use that. Now, the thing is laying right there, but it was not letting me look at it. Why can't I look at that thing?
That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here?
Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off.
So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half of the whole thing.
Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal. The back? Yeah, I already did that. Fine, I'll look again. Wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
Can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. Well, I looked at it. What am I supposed to do now? Wait a minute. Yeah, I looked at the back. What do you want me to see? I mean, what am I supposed to do? so not to her. And nothing new to say either. Well, I guess we'll go back to Miles then. Well, I guess there's still something back in Gant's office I need to do, but I've already looked over everything. So I don't know what to do.
Take on the...
Yeah, I already looked at that, but that's all it's gonna let me do with it. Gosh dang it. Now I'm stuck again, I guess. No, there's nothing under there. Show Edgeworth his knife? Well, no, I didn't. I didn't know I had to at this point. Alright, let's see. Yeah, he didn't react to it. Well, I guess I'll do what I've been doing and... This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. I think I already showed this to him, too. Prosecutor Neil Mosh. Yeah, I've already read this one, too.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes? Oh, talk about the trophy again. Yeah, I already read this too. Yeah, I already read that one too, so... Well, yeah, obviously it wouldn't be that. Yeah. Oh. Darn, I missed what he said there. Hey, don't look at me. Yeah, so went to the evidence room on the day of the crime. Chief Gant asked me to do something.
To take evidence from a case all 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office.
I've had locker in there as well. Did you notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room? That room's always dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay, let's see. I want to check something. Nope. So we don't have proof that that's his yet. But this isn't related to the case, remember? You said so yourself. So I did.
Chief Gant gave this to you that day, didn't he? He asked you to bring it here from the police department.
The chief is a very competent man, but sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense. A certain detective comes to mind. Okay, so that was no. Hey, don't. Oh, okay, so it's the same thing as what he said about when I showed the locker. You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. That has no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me?
Why can't he just accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look! Do you notice anything different?
Different?
Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record?
I guess I'd better present this other shield. I already did that. Well, I've already shown him everything, I think. Or everything that should be relevant now. Okay, Ashi, do I just suck at this game this much, or is it actually this complicated? Or is this case actually this complicated? If Ashi's even still there. examined everything, really. I want to take a look at... Not move. I want to take a look at this thing, but it won't let me. Have you examined the statue? You mean the armor? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've checked everything in this room that can be checked. The only thing I haven't checked that I'd like to is this piece of leather that has a handprint on it, but it won't let me. I was hoping clicking on the safe would let me do it again, but it won't. Let me see it again, but it won't. Good point. I have not sprayed anything. Let's bring that out. Oh, show it to Gumshoe? Okay, I'll try. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height?
Base height? Hey, let me see that. Looming tall, new and improved growth formula. You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Oh boy. Well. Okay. Oh boy. Anyway, let's try using it again. What I wanted to use was this stuff, but I can't. Oh, hello! What's this? I mean, I know what it is, but I'm saying...
Wow! This area must have been covered in blood!
Is this from that incident?
It must be, when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kinda dull.
So a murder really did take place here. Yeah, okay. Maybe spray Edgeworth's office too. Maybe. Let's see, You know what? You may be onto something there. Okay, not on there. Oh, okay, here we go.
What? Looks like some blood is dripped down here.
Judging by the amount, I guess it's from a nosebleed.
A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence?
Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Well, okay, so that was no help. Apparently. I thought there might be something on this. So, yep. Let's see, I've already sprayed everywhere in the parking lot, so no. Let me think. Yeah, there's not gonna be anything here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. Because I feel like I've looked everywhere. Now. I guess I'll stay here until I can figure something out. Pick up a piece of paper in Edgeworth's study or something? Yeah, I did. I don't have it now, but I did pick that up earlier. It was his letter of resignation. That was how I got Gumshoe to help us. Work desk. What
a nice desk.
Yeah, I already read this. Yeah, plus again, he's right here. But yeah, it was a crumpled up piece of paper that he threw on the floor here, and I already picked that up. It was his letter of resignation.
Hey, a chessboard!
I'm not too up on my chess, but looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you.
Yeah, I already checked the trophy. He just talks about how... at least I think I did.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Yeah, I thought I'd already checked it, but maybe not.
He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch?
Yeah, you'd think you'd want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai. What is it?
This is the King of Prosecutors Award, right?
Of course it is. You know that.
I saw something today that looked like this. Somewhere.
Something that looked like that? Oh, really? We're just now getting into that. Ugh. Gosh, dang it. We're just now discussing that.
Yeah, only different. Now, where was that?
She's right. Something's amiss here. Maybe I should show Edgeworth that item. I already did! Ugh. I already showed him that. See, we already discussed it. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gaunt's behest, given it its current form.
Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here!
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, I already read this.
Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have a kind of a ring to it. Yeah, trust me, you don't want to meet him. Yeah, so you already read all this. Okay, fine, let's see. Nintendo, why must you attack my wallet so hard? I know, right? They had some good stuff on the Nintendo Direct. And hey, welcome to the Soup Stream. How you doing tonight? Anyway, let's check. Okay, I can't actually do something in the... This picture was taken on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Okay, we're still just going to talk about the trophy. Yep, I loved Legend of Mana also. Although I was surprised you didn't mention the biggest news. Well, I guess biggest news depends on the person, but I guess maybe the more recent big news, the more current big news that's coming sooner. Yep, Pyra and Mithra coming to Smash. What now? Wait, oh wait, what? No More Heroes 3 comes out in August. Oh yeah, I saw that. I forgot about that. Yeah, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about two other things. I was talking about... The one I was specifically talking about, as I just pointed out, was the new Smash Fighter. And then the other one was the announcement of Splatoon 3. Okay, I am seriously stuck here. I thought showing that to him was what I was supposed to do, but showing him the evidence list. And I did look on the back of it, like Gumshoe told me to, but that didn't go anywhere. Nintendo fan base, another anime swordsman? Sword. Yeah, true. Sakurai, swords women. Yeah, exactly. And as I said to my friend that I spoke about the direct with a bit or before coming on before starting my stream tonight, we talked about that there'll probably be a Nintendo Direct showcasing Pyra and Mythra in Smash in the future. Yeah, probably a week before launch. Yeah, that would make sense. Did you catch when they were coming out? I think I missed that, if they even gave a date. Oh, in March, okay. So not too much longer. So, how many fighters from Fighters Pass 2 is that now? Was it 3 or 4 that have been announced? And I'm just going to have to find out what to do from here. I have no idea. I'm just going to have to look it up. Because I feel like I've looked at everything I can, so I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I already did that. I already examined the safe. That's where I found that list at. Seemed like I tried to show it to her and she just said I couldn't show her any evidence, but I'll try again and see. I already tried to show it to Edgeworth and that didn't work out. Yeah, see it says, she just gives me show her Demon Gaunt. I guess I could try that. That's not what I meant to do. No, I can't do that. I can't show her profiles. Present fingerprint kit to Gumshoe. I guess I could try that. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that closet we found in the safe. Okay, finally. Sheesh. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed in the prints, blow the rest away.
What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Okay, it's hard to say. It's not letting me dust the thing yet. Oh, really? That's it? I gave it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be good for any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. So I have to try each finger. Got it. Probably trying the thumb wasn't the best idea, but oh well. Oh well, that might be usable. I give him a... Oh, really? Well, I thought that one would look pretty clear, but okay. Better than the other one, for sure. Okay, that's... but I didn't get enough of it for some reason. I hate when I do that. So apparently I didn't get the whole thing, because this is a usable print, so it's just a matter of... There we go. Let's see. No. Nope, not his. Nope. 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 Oh, great. That's not gonna be much help. Hoy. No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Psst. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside Chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Evidence for something but what? Bears Emma Sky's prints. Well, was I to help? Of course! Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it?
Hey, Co-Gamer, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, thanks. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you and the coach?
Eek!
Chief Gaunt! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man of blazing signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a sudden detective. Ouch. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, if I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir! Sorry!
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Mister? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir! I feel like I'm... Oh, fine. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you're the one without the spike of hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spike of hair. You're free to go. What?
Mr. Wright!
Come on, no way. Aw, come on, really? Look, pal, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this. Firing Gumshoe is equivalent to murder. I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gaunt was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Give Gaunt the chair. We might before this is over. We'll see. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm going to try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. What? After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oh, February 24th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I see. So the Chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in the court. I've committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Yeah, it would be this guy. Well, Miss Guy? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it you're still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gaunt's name was never mentioned? Chief Gaunt? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gaunt. If you intend to accuse Chief Gaunt, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gaunt falsified evidence in that case. Alrighty then. Let's start with this. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Oh, okay, so I could have shown either one. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gaunt himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I see you, Soup. I'm back now. Or at least I hope I am. Thanks. I hope my internet's not going out. I'd hate to have to cancel the stream early because of this, especially at this point. So you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gaunt, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card. but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, my remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Okay, I'm going to save here, and I'm going to take a short break, and then we will get on with the trial. So I'll be back shortly. If there's anything you need to do in the meantime, that would be a good time, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if we can finally finish this case tonight. Well, just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, let's see if we can finally finish this case tonight. For my first witness, I call the guilty party Dick Gumshoe. Yeah, of course you do. Alright, let's get started. No, I wonder if he will be testifying today. February 25th, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777's ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. In 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gaunt has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh, does he now? Chief Gaunt. Morning, folks! How's everyone doing? Hey, Urgy. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowned enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Haven't heard what she intends to say. I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. You son of a bitch. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. You son of a... Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Wright Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Bloody hell! I knew we should not have left Emma! Damn it! I mean, I know we didn't have a choice, really, but damn it! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gaunt. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gaunt? Would you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Where is she, though? Oh, she's here. Okay. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Sky. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer, Joe Dock, of the Joe Dock Killers. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
My occupation lemonade stand operator. Maybe when she was younger. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. It makes you wonder who really has more power here, Miles or Gaunt. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. 2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in.
Wait a minute. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gaunt. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gaunt and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage.
Apparently Legend of Mana is going to be on PS4 as well. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if that was going to be the case. So I'll probably get it on PS4 so that I can play it on stream sometime. Maybe burgers. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely will. I don't know if I've said this before, but I also plan to get Saga Frontier Remaster. Man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was, a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gaunt's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
I think I saw earlier today that this game is currently on sale on the Nintendo eShop. So if any of you are interested in getting this game and you have a Nintendo Switch, you might want to take advantage of that. What was the prosecutor doing there? Already own it on 3. The Trilogy? Well, yeah, I guess you own the individual games. The individual DS games. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm talking for anyone in general that might want to... Do you have a Switch, Ashi? Because if so, we need to trade friend codes sometime. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Doc's questioning. Deputy Chief Demon Gaunt and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gaunt. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in.
I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark just then. The lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year.
Okay, let me go and add that right now. Just a sec. Actually, I could have told you could have added mine because I have it posted below, but oh well. What's done is done. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 7, 9, 6. Okay, found you. Send in the request now. Alright, done with that. Now to shut this off for now. Thanks, Ashi.
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. About that. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
Alright, here we go.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident? Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Turn it... Ah! What's this? Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew!
Indeed. 2 men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These 2 lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? Order! Order! But, Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor! Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. How did he... Okay, stop right there. You expect me to believe he never once looked at the back of this thing? Even just on a... Not even just because he thought there might be something there, but just because... Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, I know he wouldn't have a reason to intentionally, but I'm saying you're saying he never noticed anything strange with... He never once even caught a glimpse of the back of the list? Fine. Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing! Oh my gosh! What? Wait a minute. What? Oh, okay, Emma, I hope you have an explanation for that. That's that thing! That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. It's our bestest friend, the Blue Badger! I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. When can I actually read this damn thing? I know it maybe... You know what? What the heck? No, I'm gonna take a look at it. Let me take a look at it. Maybe this will make sense in time. Right now, I have no idea. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. Emma's picture.
This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. It clearly shows the Steel Samurai, warrior of the old Tokyo. Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gaunt and Lana Sky. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows.
So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the ground. I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I'd better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. There is? Stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back. Let me see. Okay, that wasn't the... Single stab wound piercing heart and lung. Yeah, I feel like it has to be this. I don't know if this is what it is, but... Okay, I guess it is. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Maybe this?
Take that!
I think it's, Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I know the autopsy. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closer to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, Wright. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Oh! Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Demon Gaunt. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what he saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon has already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Wait a minute. No. The real murder is my attorney's badge! The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here, inside this picture! This is a picture of the awards ceremony. This is a picture of the awards ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife!
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order! 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 Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. His broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Wait! I remember now! I remember everything!
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth!
What is it?
Can you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribble on the back?
I knew it! This picture. I'm the one who drew it!
What? You drew that?
That's right! The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Skye?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible! The detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Well, yes, the defense may now begin. Stop! Please, don't pursue this any further! Mona! What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defense chair. But you can't do this! I've already confessed to the crime! Why can't you just leave it at that? Maybe it's a pink badger. Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So then you... Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, All I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
What do you mean, you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
Miss Skye was almost killed before she was a witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next? Are you sure about this?
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him with the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this Blue Badger really? Yeah, actually I'm not sure, but I assume I had to pick this option. Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she certainly saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
In this room, Mr. Wright? What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mystery Blue Badger look-alike. Okay, let's see. No way. Was it this? The mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this! But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger.
Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? We've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. This is a right. I've got to make a little... Allow me to remind the defense, this case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim. I've gotta find...
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it.
Okay. What the... Wait, what? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Never noticed this thing didn't had a hole in the bottom. Okay, no, that's not it. Come on. Correct angle to look at it from. Well, I assume it has something to do with the handles. One of them being broken, though. Oh gosh. Rotated vertically. Come on, this is ridiculous. Oh, maybe... Did I already do this? Nope, that's not it either. Come on. Really? This is ridiculous. already do it this way? Can't remember. No, it's not right, but there's nothing else I don't know what do you expect me to do? How do I make this thing look like that? Ugh. Handles are on the upper side, not the lower. Right. So that just leaves... Yeah, I already did it this way though, so it's not that. See, I've already done it this way though. Wait a minute. Oh, come on! I thought I was on the right track there. Yeah, I think that would help. Because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing here. Because I thought I was on the right track with this. But apparently not. Let's see if that looks like it. See if that looks like. Come on. Fine, I give up. That's how I did it, though! So what if... okay, wait a minute. Thought I did it that way, though. Let's see here. It's a bit finicky, yeah, I can tell. No, that's not it. That wasn't what I meant to do. Okay, let me see if I can do this right now that it's reset. Okay, finally. Sheesh. Well, is this a miracle or what? No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No. It can't be! Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything! Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? Maybe the murder weapon? Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Demogorgon. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gaunt's office. You imply the murderer moved the victim's body from Demon Gaunt's office to Lana Sky's office. Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless... I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. It was an accident.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No!
Oh dear. Okay. Well, now I see the real reason why Lana didn't want to go through with this. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances... Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall! How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin... Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Humph, touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Excuse me, Phoenix? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Real murderer's name. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Fudge. I thought I might know, but now I don't. Now I'm not so sure. List of evidence in the SL9 incidents. Half of this list was found in gold. Show us that conveys a message from the deceased. Okay, tell you what. Darn, it won't let me save. Darn it. Ugh. Well, no, it wouldn't be that, obviously. No. Ugh. Fine, this is all I can think of. This is the message from the deceased! Right. Now then, this is the message from the judge. Oh, fine. Oh, I guess I wasn't right. If a dead person left behind a message, it would have been in written. It would have to be in written form. That's the only logical conclusion. You better be careful, or you might wind up deceased yourself. Let's try this again. Well, now I'm gonna save while I have the chance. Okay. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Which ones have you presented yet? Just the evidence list. Because that was the only thing I could even remotely think of would be a message from the dead. So I have no idea what else it could be. Yeah, sure. I doubt that. It's a message from the deceased. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Nope, that wasn't it. It had to be written form. He did write. When would he have written anything though? What am I meant to do? When could he have written something though? This is ridiculous. Written form. Yes. Because I am completely confused at this point. Password in written form. No. Think about the last time there was a dying man. No, wait a minute, not that. Are you talking about? Wait a minute. No, it can't be that. We're talking about the Neil. Yeah, no. But I thought that might have. Maybe that wasn't from that case. Well, I don't. There's nothing else written. There was nothing that he wrote that I'm aware of. February 19th between 7 and... Yeah, it was the one that... What that has to do with this case, though? Describe the last dying message you dealt with. Yeah, the one from the beginning of the game. Well, not the beginning, but you know what I mean. The only dying message I remember is from Mia's murder. Someone left a message on the back of a receipt that she bought. I mean, for the lamp she bought, and they wrote Maya's name on it. In blood. There's nothing like that here. But there's nothing like that in this case. It had Maya's name on. Wait, no. Had Maya's... Yeah, it said it had. They had written Maya's name on it. Maya's name in blood. Yeah. I don't have any evidence like that here, though. Stabbed in the back, done. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon. Maya's name. Are you sure you don't have anything like that? Let me see here. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. No, not. Oh, come on. No. I wanna. Are you talking about this? You're not talking about this. Are you? But that still doesn't actually show anything. That's not... Oh my gosh! I think I see it! This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. It will speak the killer's name. Dick Gumshoe. Okay! We're gonna keep going down that rabbit hole. Yes, but notice, for some reason the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line there, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines? Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines can change directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's name will become apparent. No. Lana, oh wait, no, she may still not want that to happen. Mr. Wright! What kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make a letter. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Wait a minute, I can't use that thing? I thought I was going to use this. Darn it, really? I can't use this right now? Gosh dang it. Fine. This is not... Well, this is not how I wanted this to go. I thought this was going to prove something different. But I guess not. Sorry, Lana. I know this isn't what you wanted. Doesn't make... Knowing how this case goes, I'm going to love watching the light bulb go off. Okay. Wait, what? I can't do it. Okay. I thought I would be able to do... Installs the Lunatron Bleepometer 5000 for that moment. Wait a minute. No, I get. Wait a minute. Okay, I can't do anything with this. This is what's kind of bugging me. Fine, I'll just stick with this, I guess. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. No, I'm racking my brain around. I can't think of any other way this could go. Unless... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is so confusing, because I know I saw something... I was sure I saw something else earlier. Because this is a very messy E, and I can't do anything with it. So that's what's bugging me. Fine. I guess I'll go with it for now. I don't think it was her, though. So, let me think. Wait a minute. Well, no, I should have kept that part. Keep this part. No, not there. Okay, this is just... No. Okay, am I doing this right? Just tell me if I am or not. Say yes or no without... I don't know. As... Oh, gosh. Because I really don't like this. But yet, that's what the shape seems to be obviously pointing to. And yet, I don't like it. I don't like how this looks. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can't... Well, I guess that's what it is, because, yeah, I can't do what I was trying to do there. Sorry. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. If it was him. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't. I don't know what that means. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. She's gone. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? Translates to, and that's how it is. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? No, I still have beef with you, though, buddy. What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice? What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up of evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on? What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How could he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? This is why I couldn't have been a prosecutor. Yeah, I can understand that. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Okay. What happened to this being the final day? Okay, do I have time to finish this up, or is this it? Or do I... Nope, looks like I still got quite a bit more to go. So, what do you think? Could I finish this in about 35 minutes, or no? How much longer do you want to go? I ended at 9 o'clock. It's 8:22 right now. 8:23 now. Two witnesses. Well, how long will that take? Will it take longer than half an hour? Or 35 minutes? I probably will. So, yeah, I think we better just save this for tomorrow. It might. Okay. Well, in that case, I think I better... Because I'm probably also going to be doing a late night stream tonight, so I think I better not chance going too long past 9 o'clock tonight. So, yeah, as much as I hate to do it, I think I am going to end the stream here tonight. So, thanks for everyone that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. And maybe tomorrow... Yep, cliffhanger indeed. Maybe tomorrow we'll finally finish this. Because this is just ridiculously long, even with how badly I did. Even when you take into consideration how badly I've done sometimes. It's just gone extremely long. Okay, well, you claim I will finish it tomorrow, so I'll take your word for it. Anyway, as I said, we'll finish this up tomorrow night. So, hope you enjoyed tonight's stream, and I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time to continue to finally finish up this trial. For now, we will be dropping a host, if you'll stick around for that. Let's see who I want to host tonight. Let's host R.L. Ritchie, who is playing Pokemon XY. X or Y, I don't know which one. And I will see you tomorrow. Or later tonight if you're around. If I do one later. So, I hope you have a good night, and take care, everyone. You can, as always, you can follow my YouTube channel. That's linked below, and I just realized I didn't put the name of the game in here again, but oh well. You can follow my YouTube channel linked below to see my past streams, and you can also follow my Twitter account, where to be notified when I go live or if I have to cancel for any reason. Write a note. About what? Let's see. Part 11 is called Gumshoe is Guilty. Okay. Yeah, I'll write it down this time. Because, yeah, I remembered you asked me that, but I couldn't remember the exact wording. So, yeah, I'll write it down this time. Where's my pen? Here it is. Okay, got it. Now let me keep it somewhere where I know I'll see it. Alright, so again, we'll be hosting R.L. Ritchie. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream, and I will... If I'm not back later tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. So... I'll see you one of those 2 times. So have a good night, and take care, everyone. Bye.